Hello and welcome. My name is David Nguyen, and today I will be discussing first-time home buyers, particularly the Vancouver market here. For the last few years, the real estate market has been extremely hot, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to know how they can enter the market now, and is this a good time to enter the market? And today I have a very special guest. Her name is Miranda DeJesus. She is a licensed realtor with Angell Hasman and Associates. She is local from around here, so she understands the real estate market very, very well. And she's here to give us advice on what things we should look for, and especially for first-time home buyers, what they should be aware of when it's time to purchase or when they find the perfect home. Thank you, Miranda, for being here today.
Thank you very much, David, for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. We can start with the basic question, like why should somebody buy right now instead of renting?
Of course, that's a very good question. I would say that if you're renting, as long as you are renting, you're basically paying off someone else's mortgage. So the sooner that you can put a stop to that and start putting money in your own pocket and increasing your own personal assets, the better. As soon as you can save up that down payment and afford monthly mortgage payments, it's a much better option to go that route as opposed to paying someone else's mortgage.
That's good, and especially nowadays with first-time home buyers, the government has made many incentives for people to enter the market very easily, obviously, and I'm sure such as RSP contributions or gifted down payments from parents, which is very common nowadays, correct?
Right, exactly. The government has allowed now to withdraw up to $20,000 of RSP contributions and not have to pay it back for 15 years with no interest. Good. So that's a very good incentive for new buyers. Good.
And also, I mean, obviously, a lot of times people do make mistakes and they run across problems and they have bad credit, or they're not able to accumulate enough down payment. Would they be still able to qualify for a mortgage?
Well, if you think you have bad credit or little credit, it's always good to check with a mortgage broker to see where you stand and so on, just so that you get a better idea of what you're dealing with as far as how much you have to spend on a new home.
Okay, I guess the key here is that you got to plan ahead and you got to know what you're paying per month to make it comfortable for you.
Right.
Okay, and obviously, with today rates are going so low and prices going up, would you still recommend that today is a good time to enter?
Of course, the sooner you can get into the housing market, the better, definitely. There's been a steady increase of about 20% per year for the last few years. And like I said, the sooner that you can get in, the better.
Okay. I also heard about what they call as property transfer tax. How does that work for first-time home buyers?
For first-time home buyers, property transfer tax is waived by the government as long as you are an owner and resident of that home. Okay,
so basically you have to declare as a primary residence and you have to be first-time home buyers in order to qualify for it.
Exactly.
Okay, what about if the property is brand new? How would that work?
If the property is brand new, then the GST is 3.84% as opposed to the regular 6%.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
So that's a bit of an incentive as well.
Yeah, and of course the money you can save, you can decorate your home also.
Right.
So that's always nice to have furniture in the house. And also, I mean, a lot of people nowadays, the public become more educated about where to look for information pertaining to real estate. What kind of advice could you give them? Like, why should they use a broker?
Right. I mean, it's always the best idea to have all the information possible. A real estate broker is going to be knowledgeable in all different areas of the real estate transaction. So, I mean, it's basically like if you went at a legal matter without consulting with a lawyer. It's really always the best idea to have all the information. Plus, the realtors always have access to the MLS service, which is about 99.9% of the active listings.
Okay, so let me recap just to make sure. So using a broker, you can use the expertise, and you can use their knowledge. Of course, obviously dealing with regarding legality of purchasing a property or selling a property, that the client is protected by rules, by law, right? And also, of course, they have more access to properties that are available to them on MLS listings.
Exactly.
Correct? Okay,
good.
That's good. And of course, nowadays, we always hear a story how there's so many realtors around town, and we have so many clients who want good service. What are some of the advices you can give them about finding the right realtor for them?
Right. Yes, you are true in saying that there are a lot of realtors out there these days, but I think it's really important if a friend or family member has had a positive experience with their real estate transaction, then pick their brain about it. Ask them about how they felt about their realtor and so on. And if they thought that it was someone that they could possibly work with as well, then they should give them a try maybe. Otherwise, it's always good to go around to open houses just to see the difference in realtor styles and so on and what they have to offer. Ask them questions and see if you think that they would link well with you in a transaction as well.
Okay, so I mean, it would really help the consumer if the buyer really asks a lot of questions, especially tough questions to the realtors, where they can have a good indication, or at least they can analyze whether their personality can work together.
Right.
Obviously,
and just to see how knowledgeable you do think that particular realtor is about the area that is in question.
Yeah, and I guess don't be shy to ask questions, because that's what they're there for. They're there to really help you out. So I thank you. I really appreciate that. And are there any other advice you can give to the buyers these days?
I guess just get out there and try your hardest to get into the market. I mean, it's great once you're there, and it can only improve from that point on.
Good. Well, thank you so much for being here today and speaking with me.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. There you go. Today, having a discussion with Miranda. I hope it answered any question you might have. And if you're still not clear about anything, you can reach her at...
My email address is mira15, MIRA15 @telus.net.
Thank you.
Thank you.